Buongiorno a tutti e benvenuti a questa prima sessione del training per agenti di viaggio italiani sull'isola di Anguilla. Vi ringrazio per la numerosissima partecipazione, mi fa molto piacere di questo. E abbiamo con noi oggi alcuni partner, poi ecco un'anticipazione, parlerò in italiano adesso e brevemente alla fine. Spero di riuscire a non parlare più italiano per rispetto dei nostri ospiti anguillani che sono qui con noi oggi. Quindi adesso parlo in italiano, poi passerò all'inglese e così via. I nostri ospiti di oggi sono, intanto qui con noi, mi presento, io sono Stefano De Paoli, con me Tiziana Gennari, noi siamo ovviamente dell'Ufficio del Turismo di Anguilla in Italia. Abbiamo qui con noi anche Marcello Scaccabarozzi, che è rappresentante in Italia, o quantomeno dirigente in Italia di Belmond Italia, mentre collegati online abbiamo per il Belmond Cap Juluca Jahnesha Jones, Sales Executive. Per i Frangipani Beach Resort abbiamo John Vasatka, che è il General Manager. Per le ville Altamer abbiamo Moira Masshardt, General Manager. E poi avremo una piccola sorpresa, una cittadina di Anguilla che non rappresenta nessun albergo, nessuna struttura, che ci racconterà qualcosa a suo piacere di Anguilla. Gli abbiamo chiesto proprio per favore, dal tuo cuore raccontaci la tua Anguilla, come vedi Anguilla. Quindi io non perderei altro tempo, passerei subito, cerchiamo di stare possibilmente entro un'ora per non neanche abusare troppo del vostro tempo. Vi ricordo che saranno 3 sessioni, questa è la prima, ogni sessione ci saranno cose diverse, si parlerà di vari argomenti. Oggi il titolo della sessione è non solo spiagge da sogno, perché Anguilla ovviamente è straconosciuta per le sue spiagge. Tutti sanno che le spiagge di Anguilla sono meravigliose, ma noi vi vogliamo raccontare che Anguilla non è solo spiagge, quindi le prossime sessioni saranno focalizzate su altri argomenti come i viaggi di nozze e come la cucina, che è tra le migliori assolutamente nei Caraibi. Direi che possiamo andare avanti. Forse volevo soltanto una diapositiva per far vedere soltanto dove si trova Anguilla, se qualcuno avesse dei dubbi. Sappiamo tutti che Anguilla è un'isoletta molto piccola dei Caraibi, 14.000 abitanti circa, è la più settentrionale delle piccole Antille. Come vedete si trova molto in alto, di fianco a vista di St. Martin, all'altezza di Puerto Rico e della Repubblica Dominicana. Quindi molto in alto, diciamo fortunatamente molto al di fuori del flusso regolare degli uragani, e quindi quella è la posizione di Anguilla. Parleremo con più di Anguilla e di tutti gli altri aspetti nel corso di questa sessione e delle prossime. Passo subito, senza perdere altro tempo, a Cap Juluca. Marcello, guida tu questi 10 minuti, ogni struttura ha 10 minuti a disposizione.
So Stefano, thank you very much. I start in English. So as you said, we have a few colleagues. So everyone knows me, I think. Sorry about that. I'm in charge of all the Belmond world. And in this case, we talk about the beautiful Belmond Cap Juluca. I will be your contact, as you know, based in Milan. While based on the island, I would like to introduce Jahnesha, my nice colleague. That will be your contact when you be in Anguilla or you need to have some more information about the island. So I leave to you, Jahnesha. Thank you very much.
Beautiful. Very good morning from the Caribbean. It's such a pleasure to be here to host our beautiful property, Cap Juluca, turquoise waters on Mondays Bay. I would be delighted to share my contact information. I am accessible on email. And also, if you have WhatsApp contact, I am very much appreciative if you have any inquiry. I am based here on property for the last 4 years, and it would be such a pleasure to assist you in any and every way possible. All right, so we would definitely start off by saying, Belmond, it is a part of the Louis Vuitton Hennessy Moetti family since 2019. And as you know, LVMH is to be a luxurious brand. So you can already start to imagine the experiences, the quality of experiences that are created in our world. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. Cap Juluca, the ultimate barefoot luxury escape. And this is a perfect destination for families or, persons wanting to travel alone or even couples. So Cap Juluca, it is an exclusive luxury resort. It's actually situated on the southwest coast of Anguilla. The hotel now is very culturally captivating, and it is usually known for the authentic experiences that you look for your clients, especially since it was built in 1988 by the Hickox family. Now, we had one of the most ambitious renovations in 2017, where Belmond actually invested $121 million to the hotel, and it was then launched in 2018. What's very special about this oasis is that all accommodations are actually beachfronts with ocean views. And you can actually imagine resort amenities ranging from Wi-Fi being accessible throughout the entire resort, daily beach and pool services where you can imagine your clients spending most of their time. For clients that are interested in wellness, we do have fitness centers as well as tennis courts. Of course, it is a beach destination, so you can imagine unlimited non-motorized water activities being available and twice daily housekeeping services. Now, this is literally where your clients spend most of their time. This is an bird's view. As you can see, every room guarantees that beachfront scenery with luscious gardens and designated beach chairs. I mean, the rooms and suites, they're perfectly situated. So your clients are just literally a few steps away from the beach. Beyond that, we do have 4 restaurants here at our property. So you can imagine, even if they're staying for a 6 to 10 night stay, that they can dine at a different restaurant every night, as the menus are super diverse. As we go right into it, this is one of, the very important spaces in our hotel, as this is where our connections are cultivated. So this is our lobbies. You can imagine your clients after a long trip coming all the way from Italy, being greeted with a rum punch or a fruit punch. And that really starts their stay here in the Caribbean. Beyond that, we would go ahead every evening and host a special champagne savoring right in this very area. As we close the doors or the curtains to the ending of a day, and our management team would come and connect with our clients, just to find out how their stay is going and to make that personal connection. Beyond that, this is actually a summary of our rooms. So the architecture, it's very special in the sense where it offers that Greek Moorish look. And we're in the Caribbean, so the nature around it definitely confirms the coconut trees. You can imagine the sounds of the birds early in the morning, or even, the waves crashing as your clients relax on the lounge chairs. As we look closer into the architecture of the room, this is actually a beachfront premium bedroom. And each room is very similar in decor, but differs in features. What remains is, of course, the bright and inviting accents that really draws your clients in with enchanting ocean views. We can also take a look at our villas. With our villas, there are villas that are facing the pool. The pool faces the ocean. And then there are villas that are a lot more private and enclosed and offers that privacy for your clients. Our villas, we can go up to 5-bedroom pool suites. And I do want to add, that they have magnificent views. Views of St. Martin, also very precious. And, especially when St. Martin lights up in the evening, it's another beautiful scenery, fully equipped with kitchens and spacious living spaces. And I do want to add that we can have a configuration from king beds to twin beds. You can think about rollaways, sofas, and even cribs, as we absolutely love families exploring with us. To add to that point, we do have a really amazing culinary experience. It is definitely a culinary destination. I did say we have 4 restaurants on property. This is Uchu. I think this is one of the most Instagrammable moments. It offers a Peruvian concept, the only Peruvian restaurant on the island, and it really connects to Anguilla and other Belmond properties. As our chef, he really brings his gastronomy to Anguilla. Beyond that, we do have Chips by Cipriani, and this restaurant offers Italian, cuisine from the Italy concept. So literally 40% of the menu is from Cipriani in Venice. So your clients will have that opportunity, but what really mesmerizes them is literally their dining on the ocean. Beyond that, what's fun in the Caribbean without our Cat Shack, very famous for its food truck, that vintage style. You can imagine reggae music and a beach shack vibe, food specialties like poke bowls and that freshly caught mahi fish or even lobsters freshly grilled. Beyond that, we do have amazing experiences for clients celebrating with us. This is a dining under the stars experience, and something very special and memorable about our oasis is the personalized experiences that we offer for our clients. Endless activities, but very much connected to our culture. So you can imagine, those cultural experiences, fun in the sun, especially for families or couples alike. You can imagine we are the only property in which the boats for our excursions would actually come and dock to the bay and come for our guests to make that seamless touch. Beyond that, it could be fishing, whatever the experience is, we do offer it without your clients basically thinking about doing anything. I do want to add other experiences such as horseback riding. Our property is very famous for bicycle riding as it is a flat property. The bicycles are on a grab and go concept, and they are also all complimentary within our client's stay. Beyond that, I did mention we do have tennis courts. There are 2 on property. And of course, you can see the kids having fun in the sun as well. We do have an Explorers Club available where we offer babysittings, and we pretty much ensure that our clients, our kids have that outdoor experience as we did when we were children. Anguilla is a very beautiful island, so we do encourage our clients to go out and explore, whether it's by boat or by, ground transportation, as there's lots of beautiful sceneries along the coast. You can imagine your clients enjoying maybe a sunset sail or even, a snorkeling excursion here at our oasis. In a nutshell, it's really our Julucans that makes the difference at our property. Most of our employees are here for over 15 years, and they pretty much would go ahead and ensure that your clients are very much taken care of, and that goes to show the level of experience that we offer as being the only Forbes 5-star property here in Anguilla. All right, so this is basically the end of our presentation, just the beginning of your client's journey. I just want to remind you that this is my contact information. If you need anything at all, please feel free, connect to me via email. You have Marcello available as well, and I am also available on WhatsApp. If you take a moment at our live where Ariel is from, she's actually premiering, the luscious gardens that we have available here on property, our natural salt pond in which we ensure that our clients are involved in all the indigenous experiences like salt picking here on island. And we are available if you need anything at all, let us know. Thank you, Ariel.
Thank you, Jahnesha. Thank you very much. Ariel, very quickly because we are running out of time already. Okay, Ariel, please.
Thank you, Ariel.
As you have seen, the resort seems big, but it's not too big because they have 180 rooms. So people can walk in the gardens, or they can have a golf car, for going. Yeah. And I think she was on a golf cart, but we lost her because we wanted to make you a live section of what you can see, or the scenery you see from the bar, from the swimming pool, from the rooms, in the rooms, the restaurant that we have seen that Jahnesha presented. And of course, the wonderful beach. I think.
What I suggest, Marcello, thank you very much.
Anyway,
I suggest that Ariel was trying to go around in the property to show the property somehow, but for some reason it doesn't work. But maybe at the end of the round of all the presentation, we can ask Ariel to do it to try again. Okay. So thank you very much, Jahnesha. Thank you, Marcello. Thank you, Ariel. Now I would not add anything else about Juluca, but we have a very interesting property, and John Vasatka is here, the general manager of Frangipani. John, I leave it to you. Just show us your beautiful property that I love on Miss Bay.
Thank you, Stefano, and thank you all for coming. Buongiorno. It's a beautiful morning on Meads Bay, as you can see. So we decided to go live, and I hope you can hear me well, and I hope you can see me okay.
Very well, very well.
Thank you. So Frangipani Beach Resort is a small independent boutique resort owned by the Kircher family from America, but they've relocated now recently to Anguilla. So they're full-time Anguillians. And myself, I've been on the island for 10 years, and I've worked at a couple of different properties on the island and have been here for 2 years. I've also worked for a number of years with the Amman Hotel Group in Asia and in Turks and Caicos, and have had fantastic experience with Italian clientele throughout the years. Including in the late 90s at the Rosewood Hotel, Little Dix Bay in Virgin Gorda, where we had an amazing Italian clientele. So that's just a little bit of my background. So now I want to talk a little bit more about Frangipani. We're located on Meads Bay, which I'm going to just highlight a little bit here, is one of the largest beaches on Anguilla. It's 1 mile really from the West End, which is the Four Seasons behind me, and then all the way down to the East End, which is bookend by Maliahana. So on this beautiful beach, Frangipani, we're quite in the middle. So we have a fantastic location. We can walk to all 7 or 8 of the different restaurants, including Jacala, including Blanchard, including Ocean Echo, the newest one being Savvy Beach Club, nightclub, right close to us. And so our guests actually can walk from their accommodation to, a number of wonderful different restaurants. I'm going to just introduce the property now, so excuse my walk and I'll talk as we go. So Frangipani, we have 23 rooms and suites, and I'll show you the main beach and the main hotel. And then we also have a fantastic 4-bedroom beachfront villa. So here is our main hotel, pool, and of course the beach, which is the highlight of the whole property. We have the Hio set near our pool for all our guests, so there's never issue with overcapacity. There's never a problem with your guests getting their own private Hio, getting beach service, getting pool service, drinks and food on the beach, or in our restaurant Straw Hat, which is award-winning and located just below us on the beach here. So the accommodations vary quite widely. I have entry-level rooms in high season that are quite affordable, say under $500 US per night, including breakfast for all of our guests. And then we go all the way up to our 4-bedroom suite which runs about $5,000 per night for, say, sleeping up to 10 or 12 guests. So we have a very wide array of different accommodations for guests at all levels and agencies. So I'm just going to walk a little bit further. I'll show you our villa setup here. The property is, as you can imagine, with just 23 rooms, is quite roomy and spread out. So excuse the walk. But here on the other side is our beachfront villa. And you can see the guests out doing what they like to do, which at this point is playing cornhole. We have two boats at the property. We have a large boat, which is out on charter now, which holds up to 12 guests. And we have a smaller boat, which can take the children or the guests out for water skiing, wakeboarding, or even fishing. And we include the small boat in our guest rates. So again, we are kind of a barefoot luxury property. It's very relaxed, a very informal experience. And our newest accommodations, I'm actually in it now. This is our grand penthouse, and it's a large 2-bedroom penthouse with obviously the most amazing views ever. But inside, you'll see that it has a fantastic, nice, large master bed and bath. And I'm hoping it's coming out on the screen. But so I guess the point being is that at Frangipani, we can look after clients in all categories. And we have a wonderful mix of entry-level rooms and accommodations to the most luxurious. And the one thing that we're very proud of is that through management, cocktail parties, and management and staff involvement, we get to know our guests very well. Again, with a small property, you can do that. So no request is too small, or no, guests need cribs or baby cots or anything is too much trouble. So we're here to look after your guests, and we're very familiar with the Italian clientele. In fact, we opened a sister property to Frangipani in Montepulciano recently, the Borgo San Vincenzo, I believe. If you're familiar with that, that is our former general manager who I replaced, Scott and Shannon Kircher, have opened that right down the road from you, and is off to amazing success. So we know and love the Italian clients and country very well, and we look forward to taking care of all of you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, John. Very, very interesting. We love Frangipani, we love the beach, we love Anguilla, and I know that Italians love the island. I mean, that's why we are doing this, and we love, and they love all our beaches. I will ask maybe questions later, but we wait for, by the way, let me say in Italian to ask questions in the chat. Per tutti gli agenti, per favore, se avete domande, e spero che ne avrete, così diamo vita a un po' di dibattito alla fine, mettete le domande nella chat, ok? E così noi le leggiamo e le rivolgiamo a chi volete che le rivolgiamo. Okay, so now something different. I mean, travel agents often forget that there is not only resorts and hotels, but there are villas. In Anguilla, we are particularly proud of that because we have quite a number of very beautiful villas of all sizes, cannot say for all pockets, but let's say all sizes and of different levels. And we have selected this time. So at each session, we will have 2 resorts and a villa. So for this session, we started with a very, very, very beautiful villa that is called Altamer. And it should be quite well known in Italy because we are aware of very popular Italian, very wealthy people that have stayed there. And today we are lucky to have the general manager, Moira. Moira is, well, she is almost Italian. She's Swiss, you know, she's very close to us anyway. And she's the general manager of Altamer. So Moira, your 10 minutes, please.
Thank you, Stefano. Thank you all for joining. And as Stefano said, I am originally Swiss. My parents are from Switzerland, but they moved to Anguilla in the 80s. So I was very much born into the hospitality industry in Anguilla. I was 3 years old checking guests into rooms. So I very much saw the whole hospitality industry grow. I actually, as a child, saw Altamer being built. So I have a very strong connection with the property here too. So Altamer was originally built in 2000, between 2001 and 2004, and it really created the luxury villa market in Anguilla. It really defined what it meant to, you know, have your private exclusive area where you could get the same 5-star standard that you get at the, you know, resorts, but you can really slip away and be on your own and no one knows you are here. We've hosted a range of celebrities over the years. We had Jay-Z and Beyonce, Jennifer Aniston and Brad Pitt were here once upon a time. And it really was, you know, the pinnacle of luxury. We were very badly damaged for Hurricane Irma, unfortunately. So now we are just starting to get back into the market. We have 2 of 3 of our villas now open. And today I will be doing a very quick slideshow presentation, a very brief video, and then we are fully booked right now for Thanksgiving. So I cannot do too much inside the villas, but I will be able to show you the beach and show you our guests having a good time there as well. So I'm going to start with the presentation. Altamer is located on Shoal Bay West. So we are just 1 beach away from Cap Juluca. Cap Juluca is essentially 1 beach east of us. And because we do not have a full restaurant on property, you can book with a private chef and have all meals on property. But we very much, you know, recommend our guests, you know, try different restaurants within about 5 minutes drive. Cap Juluca has some of my personal favorite restaurants in the 5-star properties. Straw Hat, actually, at Frangipani is also one of my favorite restaurants on the island. So again, the way I view it in Anguilla, yes, we compete, but we also complement each other. So all of the properties, in my opinion, we add value together in that way. So here in this picture, you see the beautiful beach, Shoal Bay West. The nice thing about Shoal Bay West, even though no beach in Anguilla is officially private, Shoal Bay West really has the least amount of people, in my opinion. It really gives you that feeling of exclusivity. Now, essentially, because we have this beautiful reef system in front of us, it means we have gorgeous snorkeling. It means you really have, you know, in my opinion, luxury, especially during festive when our clients are paying $13,000, $14,000 a night. Luxury is synonymous to really being on your own and having a place to yourself. And Altamer provides that, in my opinion, more so than any other beachfront villa in Anguilla. The 2 main villas we have operational right now are the Blue Diamond Villa. That villa just opened up last year in November 2021. It is 13,000 square feet. Essentially, both villas, they have 1 larger principal suite and then 4 secondary bedrooms, giving you 5 total bedrooms. And those 4 secondary bedrooms, so if you see over here, you have on both sides, you have these 2, and then you have 2, and then this is your principal suite over there. So essentially, you also have the Antilles Pearl, which is a little bit smaller, 11,000 square feet. Both are on the same level, but depending on your client, one may be a little bit more suited. In Blue Diamond, all the bedrooms are on the top floor. In Antilles Pearl, you have over 2 floors. So if you have a family with 3 generations, so maybe small children, maybe Antilles Pearl is better because the small children you want to keep on a separate floor with their parents away from the grandparents, for example. Both villas have their own private heated pools that can be heated to your preference. They also have entertainment floors with cinema rooms, pool tables, and very many other amenities for guests to enjoy. So here you see for Blue Diamond, this is your lovely pool area. You also have a 12-person hot tub. In Blue Diamond, you have 2 kitchens. You have a guest kitchen and a chef kitchen. You have a huge entertainment floor. You have your cinema room. This is your principal suite you see to the bottom left, and then to the bottom right, that is your secondary rooms there. Antilles Pearl, the inside, as you can see, very similar in style to Blue Diamond, just a little bit different in terms of the layout and some of the colors and finishes that you see there also. Now, alongside the 2 large villas, if you have clients, maybe you know, kind of parents with two young children, that maybe the villas are too large for, we also have the Petite Topaz. The Petite Topaz is a 1.5 bedroom, perfect for 1 to 4 guests, depending on, you know, what the family kind of needs. We have a small plunge pool there available for them also. Now, just the same way at any of the 5-star properties, you have a full service available. At Altamer, our service is 100% based on what you would like. So again, we offer bespoke concierge services. We work directly with the travel agents to create the most local and unique experiences here. All of our staff at Altamer are Anguillian and have a personal connection to the property. My butlers will take the guests in their rental cars and do tours of property. I will also take my guests to, you know, beaches that they cannot find on their own. I have had guests that have been coming to Anguilla for 15 years and they stay with us once and they're like, we didn't know this existed in Anguilla. That to me is the luxury as well, making it local, making it special. And that is what we really do here at Altamer. You have everything that you need that you have at the other properties, but again, completely tailored to your preferences. We have tennis courts and basketball courts available, kayaks and snorkeling on property, Sonos sound system throughout, and of course, you know, full butler service throughout the day. During festive, rates include a private chef and all complimentary beverages on property. The architecture is very unique. Myron Goldfinger was the architect of the property, and he's very famous in that world and has created very unique, you know, experiences for our guests. The architecture being so unique ties into us really valuing kind of art on the property as well. And as I mentioned before, the privacy is very special. So what you're seeing out here, this is a 50-foot skywalk. We can host private dinners there for small groups. We have a rooftop terrace that gives you 360-degree views of the island. So for New Year's Eve, you see fireworks from Cap Juluca, from Four Seasons, from Malihana. You see from all around the island, St. Martin. It really gives you a perfect home base that's, you know, unique in your own, but close enough to everything else that you know and love in Anguilla. The curated art is also very unique on our property. Everything is hand selected from the owner's collection as well. So you have an experience everywhere you go. And I know for the Italians, art is something important. So I know all of our clients that we've had from that market really appreciate that. So that is, in my opinion, kind of a good overview of Altamer. Stefano, how much time do I have left by chance?
2 minutes.
Well, 2 minutes, yes, please.
Okay, then I'm going to run and skip the video and show you the property. So excuse me while I switch to the phone, okay?
Thank you, yeah, sure.
Perfect. So this is your little Petite Topaz, your little area kind of there. Sorry. And then, as you can see also, our property is sand-based. We do not have grass. You basically are walking on the sand the second you leave your, you know, rental vehicle, so to speak. When you enter your villa here, you walk straight out. Just to give you a little overview, as I said, I do have guests, so please know our standard is always, you know, a little bit higher, but gives you a good overview of what you can expect here on property. Here you can see our beautiful beach. Now, again, all of this, you can walk on the beach by yourself all day, to be honest. Gorgeous snorkeling available here. And as you can see, not a single person on this whole beach here. Our guests could be by themselves and truly enjoy Anguilla and luxury. I'm just going to very quickly show you Blue Diamond as well. So here you can see this is all your private beach area. So you have your private beach here, you have outlets here so you can charge your phone, you can launch your kayaks from right here. You can actually kayak from us straight over to Cap Shack for lunch as well. So you have all of those options available. This is Blue Diamond. As I said, you have 5 bedrooms, you have 1, 2. That is your principal suite split over 2 floors, and then your other 2 over there. You have your lovely pool area. Thank you, Danny, with your 12-person hot tub. This is still some of the breakfast setup. Our guests have a private chef in this week. So every day we do bespoke table settings by our butlers with some kind of flowers and everything else. This is your indoor area. So we have 2 kitchens. This is for guests as well if they want to help themselves. Has inbuilt ice machine, wine bar, everything that you need. That is the chef's kitchen. And then just to end, of course, we have our tennis courts as well. So I think that gave you a pretty good overview in as quickly time as I could of the property.
Thank you very much. You make us dream, you know.
I'm sorry, there's so much more I could show. And if I have a couple minutes at the end, I would happily show a little bit more, but I know I had to condense as much as I could possible. So I apologize.
How did you hide your clients? Did you ask them to hide away or what?
They're very understanding. And to be honest, some of them are just about to play some tennis. Some of them are getting some fresh coconuts cut right now. So everybody is very, very, very understanding and accommodating. They love the property. To be honest, one of them speaks Italian, and they said if they see me running around, they're going to come run to the camera and say how much they love Altamer in Italian for me. So
wow.
It's a special place. And that's the nice thing about the property as well. We make these very deep connections with our clients. It is much more than just, it really is, how do we give Anguilla to them in a very special way?
That's great. That's great. Thank you very much, Moira. Thank you. And now a little surprise for our Italian travel agents friends. As I said before, not only professional properties trying to promote their own property, but we wanted to have an Anguillian person to tell us whatever she likes, because it's a she, Gina is a friend. And asked, oh, you see, already benvenuto in Italian. I asked Gina to tell us something about the island out of her heart, for you to see, not only promotion or professional promotion. Gina, welcome. Thank you for joining us. You have 10 minutes for yourself.
Thank you, Stefano, and benvenuto. That is the most that I will try to say in Italian, but I just thought I'll introduce it that way, introduce the presentation that way. My name is Gina Brooks, and I work in the tourism section of the Ministry of Infrastructure, Communications and Utilities for the government of Anguilla. To my left, I have my esteemed colleague, Mrs. Chanel Petty-Barrett, who is the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Sustainability and Environment. I've asked her to join me just to give another perspective and another face to the presentation. So welcome. And we're going to start off with what makes Anguilla attractive. And we all know that Anguilla is an alluring, unassuming gem of the Caribbean. Anguilla checks every box on the tropical paradise wish list. I'll now ask Shan to give her perspective on what makes Anguilla attractive.
Well, of course, as an Anguillian, I am obviously going to have a bias towards my home country. But realistically, Anguilla is really a place where everybody is welcome. It is your home away from home. And I think what draws people back to Anguilla time and time again is our people. They say it all the time, our guests continuously say it's the Anguillian people that make the difference for them. We have luxurious accommodation, world-class accommodation, as you would have just seen. We have beautiful beaches. Our cuisine is excellent. We surpass all expectations where that is concerned. But I think that what makes us most unique It's our people. And we're just genuinely warm and inviting persons. We're happy to help our guests. You know, we encourage persons to explore our island as much as possible on their own. You know, you should come to Anguilla and get a car. Don't go by taxi. Just get a car and drive around. It is quite safe. Feel free to explore as much as you can. And we as locals, we are happy to give our guests directions, because inevitably they do get lost. And we're happy to help them along. You know, we really encourage persons to embrace our culture. We have a very interesting history, even though we're such a small island. And through that history, you learn why our people are so resilient and so amazing and welcoming to all our visitors, because we really believe in our little country. And we want everybody to have just an amazing experience when they come here. So we encourage persons to take advantage of the live local entertainment, and there are many local entertainers with a wide variety of music.
Beaches. Anguilla is known, and you know, we have 33, but they are all dazzling, and one of the biggest draws to Anguilla. 33 pristine beaches, each with its own charm, and of course the powder white sand that we boast of. So this is a photo of Shoal Bay Beach East, which is world renowned, has achieved world acclaim for being the best beach in the world. Then we have Little Bay, the famous Little Bay, charming, secluded cove, perfect for a solo, couple, friends, or family picnic or sunset cruise. There are many stories of Little Bay. I don't know if you've heard in the Italian market of the famous rock within Little Bay that people use to jump off. So if you know, you come across guests who are into the adrenaline rush and want to really say, I jumped off the rock, Little Bay is the place to do that. We have Sandy Island, which is one of several of our offshore cays, and they're also known for renowned beach bistro dining and entertainment as well. Ideal for a wedding spot, a celebration of an anniversary, or even your honeymoon, part of your Anguilla itinerary when you get here. Crocus Bay is idyllic, great for watching the sunset, and also one of several beaches that affords eclectic dining. So that's just a glimpse of 4 of the 33 spots in which, in addition to the cays, 2 of the 33 beach spots, in addition to the keys, where we know white sand, crystal clear blue waters exists every day of the year. So, grazie. Hope you enjoyed your trip to Anguilla with us here at the Ministry of Tourism.
Thank you very much, Gina. Very, very good. We have now a travel agent that we have invited to, an Italian travel agent. Many of you may know him. Is Roberto Bresciani, is a well-known travel agent in Como. Roberto, the travel agent is called Go Tour. We just wanted to ask, we wanted to have a travel agent. Roberto, buongiorno, can you see us?
Sì, ciao.
So we wanted to have one testimonial, one travel agent to represent. For information, we have 170 registered and more than almost 90 connected at the moment. You know, so we have a good number of travel agents. So Roberto, you are representing the 90 travel agents that are connected now.
Yeah.
The one thing that I want to ask you, because you are an expert, you've been to Anguilla, you have been selling Anguilla for many years.
Yeah.
A simple question, for example, that might be of interest for your colleagues, travel agents in Italy, is how do you fly from Italy to Anguilla, for example? What kind of advantages, disadvantages, what kind of difficulties, challenges, or whatever? Can you tell us something in Italian or English, whatever you prefer?
Okay. Good afternoon, all the speakers. Now I want to explain soprattutto la nuova riapertura delle linee francesi Air France e la consorella KLM di Amsterdam per dei voli giornalieri every day from Milan in connection from Paris or Amsterdam Schiphol Airport to Saint-Martin. This is flight all weeks, all the day, and every week have also two or double flight from Paris and from Amsterdam. But it's not only this connection from Italy. Connection from Italy is also through Miami or also through New York. Milan, Miami have a flight American Airlines or a flight.
Roberto, sorry, just a second. Our friends in Anguilla will excuse us, but maybe in Italian will be more fluid, more clear. Parla pure italiano così.
Ok. Allora, oltre ai voli diretti Air France KLM che ormai raggiungono le 10 connessioni per settimana, andata e ritorno, con coincidenze eccellenti, partite per esempio il mattino 6:50 da Linate, arrivo alle 14:50 local time in Saint-Martin. Da Saint-Martin andare a Anguilla sono 6 minuti con un aeretto in coincidenza, oppure 20-25 minuti con le barche dal porto che è lì appena fuori l'aeroporto di Saint-Martin. Oltre a questi voli diretti esistono però molte coincidenze con i voli dall'Europa, quindi dall'Europa vuol dire Italia via Londra, Parigi, Francoforte, Madrid, Roma per Miami. Da Miami tutti i giorni abbiamo più voli in coincidenza per Saint-Martin sempre, che durano circa 3 ore. Però c'è la possibilità, per esempio per i viaggi di nozze, di costruire un viaggio Italia-Stati Uniti, per esempio Italia-New York, fermarsi a New York nella Grande Mela qualche giorno, e poi o scendere in Florida, quindi a Miami circa 3 ore di volo, e fare magari un piccolo tour della Florida, e poi da Miami sempre le solite 3 ore per raggiungere Saint-Martin. Quindi Saint-Martin e quindi Anguilla.
Roberto, scusa, ti ringrazio, tutto molto preciso, hai detto tutto bene. Volevo darti un piccolo aggiornamento. Da qualche mese abbiamo un volo diretto Miami-Anguilla, magnifico,
Sì,
perché stiamo parlando dagli 8 fino agli 11 voli a settimana a dicembre, diretti Miami-Anguilla, questo in aggiunta a Saint-Martin ovviamente.
Sì, però attenzione, questi voli obbligano a un overnight in Miami, cioè devi considerare a questo punto comunque una sosta in Florida, perché il volo parte il mattino e dopo circa 3 ore, 2 ore e 57 atterra a Anguilla, ma devi arrivare a Miami il giorno prima. Ecco, quindi si può anche fare questa rotta, uno va in Florida direttamente dall'Europa, fa 1 o 2 pernottamenti e poi prosegue per Anguilla. Al ritorno può anche usufruire, attenzione, con lo stesso biglietto intercontinentale, può uscire da Anguilla su Saint-Martin, con la barca per esempio, prendere poi un volo Saint-Martin, New York o Miami comunque, e poi rientrare con la stessa compagnia aerea da Miami sull'Europa. Quindi queste sono combinazioni, si chiamano Open Joe, che sono permesse ormai su tutta la rotta Europa-Caraibi.
Ottimo, grazie Roberto. Un'altra domanda brevissima. Ci racconti la differenza tra prenotare tramite operatore o direttamente? Cioè hai vantaggi, svantaggi, difficoltà?
Il vantaggio tramite l'operatore è che viene costruito il pacchetto volo, resort, eventualmente anche volo, trasferimenti che è un particolare, secondo me, da non sottovalutare, perché il cliente vuole arrivare tranquillo, sereno, senza doversi preoccupare di dove andare a prendere la barca o l'aeretto interno. Dare un'assicurazione viaggio fondamentale, sia che si arrivi solo su Anguilla, sia che si passi dagli Stati Uniti, dare un'assicurazione medica, medico, ospedaliera, bagaglio, perché oggi le assicurazioni sono uno degli elementi fondamentali e da solo, cioè il fai da te, non garantisce questo aspetto fondamentale. Ricordo inoltre, molto importante, che se si transita, anche solo transito dagli Stati Uniti, serve l'ESTA, cioè bisogna avere l'ESTA, cioè il permesso di entrata, anche solo il transito, ripeto, per gli Stati Uniti.
Ti ringrazio Roberto, molto molto interessante. Volevo chiedere a Marcello invece un'aggiunta, cioè nel senso che Roberto ci ha raccontato molto bene, si può arrivare a Saint-Martin, da tutti gli aeroporti del mondo. Saint-Martin è uno degli aeroporti meglio collegati sicuramente nella regione caraibica, o si può arrivare direttamente ad Anguilla. Una volta a Saint-Martin abbiamo diverse opportunità, una è il traghetto pubblico da Marigot Bay, che però comporta un taxi per arrivare a Marigot Bay, oppure i traghetti privati con operatore o senza operatore. Però Marcello mi stava dicendo qualcosa. Marcello,
sì, assolutamente. Ciao Roberto, buongiorno.
Ciao.
Assolutamente, diciamo, tutto quello che tu hai detto ha un grande riscontro sul mercato italiano, perché il volo da Miami ha avuto un successo incredibile, perché tutte le agenzie staranno alzando la mano, noi italiani amiamo tanto andare negli Stati Uniti, quindi la combinata Miami-Anguilla, non solo per i viaggi di nozze, ma in generale anche per le famiglie è perfetto, e i voli li hai elencati tu. Per quanto riguarda poter lavorare con chi, ovviamente per quanto riguarda il Cap Juluca, ma in generale Anguilla, in Italia, essendo un feeder market, lavora con tutti i principali tour operator. Sempre di più però io ti porto la mia esperienza che più si alza il livello del cliente, quindi l'alto spendente, più vuole farlo a titolo privato. Quindi noi garantiamo con una prenotazione al Cap Juluca di avere tutti i transfer nel poter scegliere condivisi con altri ospiti o sempre di più a livello privato. Quindi la garanzia che dicevi tu la diamo anche noi. È chiaro che noi abbiamo prezzi che
Il Belmond,
clientela un po' più alta, però sempre di più lavoriamo sempre e ancora anche per l'anno prossimo con gli operatori, quindi questo io lascio assolutamente la scelta alle agenzie, perché rispetto molto le partnership che le agenzie hanno con i principali tour operator, però io ho visto una crescita esponenziale di super VIP che vogliono tutto a livello privato e vogliono essere seguiti personalmente, quindi è un consiglio che forse anche le agenzie sanno, che man mano il cliente è sempre più alto, ci vuole un riguardo un po' più particolare, che devo fare una piccola bacchettata qualche volta ai tour operator, non tutti, ma qualcuno non ha.
Grazie Marcello. Thank you for our Anguillan friends. Very briefly, Roberto, as a travel agent, as I was saying before, well known in Italy, has explained to us how to reach Anguilla, the several options. But one interesting question, actually, I asked him, do you prefer, or can you tell us about the challenges or advantages of booking directly travel agent to the properties, or booking via a tour operator?
Sorry if I interrupt you, but I think my colleague Ariel is able to show us live the Cap Juluca. So before we lost the connection, sorry.
Okay.
If you wish, we can see the beach.
I conclude afterwards.
Ariel, I don't want to be the only one.
Okay. Let's
It's an occasion.
So
Ariel, can you listen to us? Can you talk? No, simply show.
Yes, of course. It's wow. Jahnesha. Ariel gave me her phone, but I'm delighted just to show you a little bit of our world. We're just preparing for another beautiful day at Cap Juluca, Mondays Bay. As you can see, your clients literally have the luxury of beachfront accommodations, just a few steps, and they have this beautiful oasis available for them, ranging from amazing cuisines waiting for them to adventurous water sports. We also do have, our infinity pool just below me, in which we have cabanas just available. I'm currently at Uchu, our Peruvian restaurant. I did mention, that the menu totally transforms at night to give that diversity option to your clients. But you can imagine your clients having ceviche classes here at this restaurant. Beyond that, you can literally see our other restaurants, Chips by Cipriani, that Italian flair. They're not too far away from home, but literally just sitting directly on the ocean. And then there's Pim's, which gives that more legendary Anguillan cuisine. And then we have our boats that dock directly to the bay, in which our clients can board for those amazing excursions to start their day. So we really just wanted to show you what awaits your clients. Sunshine almost every day, and we are waiting for you. We're based here on property, and yeah.
Wow, thank you
Great.
very much.
Thank you, beautiful. Thank you for this lovely addition to your
I
presentation.
see two people walking on the beach. I hate them. Okay.
Can you
Say
show us
something? I'm in Milan.
Jahnesha, can you show us Altamer from there? Can you see Altamer Villa from there?
I'll have to go a bit closer, of course, but I won't be able to invade our privacy, our guest privacy, as we're almost 80%, 90% occupied, even though it doesn't feel like it.
Okay. No, I just wanted to be fair because Moira showed us Juluca in her presentation. That's why. And thank you, Jahnesha. Now I was.
My pleasure.
Thank you very much.
For Frangipani and Altamer, I was asking for Juluca, of course, as well, but Marcello is here. I was asking Roberto the differences or the challenges of booking via a tour operator, which is definitely more convenient, easier to arrange everything, of course, or rather than booking directly. And Roberto, of course, was saying that clients prefer to have everything ready, everything easy, everything done. Also for travel agents, it's much easier to book one single, in one single booking, you will get everything ready. The clients will be received and welcome. And so he was making a very good point. But then, of course, Marcello reminded me that, mind you, it's absolutely 100% correct what Roberto said, but, and I think it's good that we remind now, all the Anguilla properties, certainly Altamer and Frangipani, do have their own arrangement to welcome the guests at the St. Martin Airport. Am I right?
Yeah.
Let's see Moira first, and then we ask John.
No. Yes. So basically, the nice thing about Altamer as well, as much as we are not, kind of a large kind of resort with the high volume, we really have small volume but extreme luxury experiences. So again, we really do meet our guests from St. Martin as kind of required. Everything can be completely arranged as to how you want your guest experience to be. But again, the nice thing about our experience as well, for example, there are certain guests who they want just a beautiful villa, but they actually want, a little bit less service. So they want my staff to step back a little bit, and we really are flexible, and our service is based on your needs, essentially. I've done fireworks and boats, proposals and arrangements. All of those things are all possible, but again, it really is based on that.
Thank you, Moira. I was listening to some questions. John, how about you? I mean, I'm sure you have your own arrangement for transfers for welcome.
We do.
Starting, right?
Yes, that's correct. Whether they come through St. Martin or they overnight in Miami and come directly into Anguilla, it's a seamless.
What is the cost of a transfer from St. Martin by private boat or by charter boat?
The per seat cost is about $75 per person each way. To come by air is actually quicker and just a little bit more expensive. And then a charter boat is around $500 or $600 each way. So we can take care of any of those arrangements like that.
Thank you, John. So this is just to make really people understand there are so many different ways how you can fly in directly. And don't forget, there is another thing that Roberto mentioned. There is also a possibility of flying from St. Martin to Anguilla which is also nice. It's a few minutes flight, really. I think it's the most, it's been defined the shortest international flight in the world because it's international and it's a 2 minutes flight or something, right? It takes maybe a few minutes to go up and then a few minutes to go down, but the flight is really 1 minute.
6 minutes. 6 minutes.
6 minutes, you know, the quickest and shortest international flights in the world. So there are many ways, and the cost is more or less equivalent to the boat. I mean, or more or less. I mean, we will touch on those details in the future sessions. And one more thing, Marcello want to say something because we were looking at the questions. There was one question who said if we should be asking or suggesting whether it's better to book through an operator or directly to an agency, or directly from an agency to a property. This was not the question. It must be a misunderstanding.
No.
My question to Roberto was, can you tell us the differences, the challenges, if there are challenges? Maybe there are not. Actually, Roberto said there's no challenges, but
I wish to clarify because maybe some agents misunderstood what we said. I'm not saying we are not promoting direct bookings at all. We are promoting bookings. Whatever you want to pass through, tour operator, TMCs, me, my sister, my cousin. So basically, we were saying which is the difference. The difference, you know well, agents, is the price. If you come directly, it's more expensive, but of course, there's a different way of booking. If you go through the tour operator, we all have a long relationship with them. We love them. You trust them. So I'm not saying come directly. You can book where you feel comfortable. I was simply saying that basically, in my experience, the travel agents, the more the client is luxury, they prefer to book directly. But this is the choice of the travel agency, not us, not me, not them. So feel free to book whatever you like. We simply said, if your clients is very important, do let us know that you book this client through Juluca or Altamer or Frangipani or what you want to book. I think this was
absolutely. We are not really. We are very neutral, as Marcello was correctly saying. We love Italians to go and spend their holidays, continue to spend holidays in Anguilla because and we know very well. We've been doing this job for the last 25 years, and we know very well that Italians love Anguilla. We have been, after the UK, we are the largest number of tourists from Europe. And there must be a reason why this is happening. And the beauty is that Italians love to go to Anguilla during the summer, which is very convenient also in terms of rates. The weather is beautiful. The beaches are not crowded at all. So it's lovely, you know. So book whatever is your favorite channels. There are pros and cons. The question was, what are the differences? Not what is better, what is worse. Rather, what are the differences? And Roberto was rightly saying, tour operators, they make things easier, everything ready-made, insurance includes everything. Marcello was saying, but in terms of very VVIPs, the people that are really very sophisticated, nowadays, they tend to prefer their own arrangement. So we leave it to anybody to do as they want. And the other thing, no, there were two questions. One was if there are rooms. No, why should I speak Italian? I can speak English for everybody. My English, I hope is clear enough. And there was a question on whether we have in Anguilla rooms for five bedrooms. Not 5 bedrooms, but 5 bedrooms. I think Frangipani has the villa. Of course, I don't ask because they can accommodate up to probably 15 or 20. I'm not sure. But John, what about you? I remember you have very large rooms with, right?
Yes. So we have a wide variety. We have garden view rooms. We have 1, 2, and 3 bedroom suites. We have the grand penthouse with 2 bedrooms, and I have a 4-bedroom oceanfront villa that can sleep up to 10, 12. So everything from very small couple or single to a large family or a group of friends.
Yeah, so the answer would be yes, 5 people in a room is not a problem, but it has to be a suite, probably a 2-room suite or something like that. When it comes to villa, of course, a villa is a villa, the size of Altamer. How many people can you accommodate altogether at maximum? Is that?
So, Stefano, the nice thing about us again is you can rent either, if you're only like 3 or 4 people, you can take the petito pass, which is the smaller unit, or if you have a group of up to 22 to 25 people, if you rent the whole property, then you can accommodate everybody. Another thing that I want to just kind of mention, we also have kind of right next door a kind of neighboring property. So when it comes to weddings in groups, we can always host the bride and groom, the main family on by us, and then work out good spillover rooms with kind of next door. So for weddings of about 50 to 70 people, it's the perfect size property. Not for the larger ones, but really buying out Altamer is much more affordable than buying out Cap Juluca, for example.
The idea Cap Juluca, I think again you might say something about it, but for sure, I suppose it's the same thing, right?
We can combine the buildings, so that's
so it's the same thing.
Correct, Ariel? Are you online? Yeah.
Jahnesha,
so yes, I am still here as well. For us, for instance, we can go really up to 5 bedroom in terms of pool suites. Very, very spacious. We have even up to 2 bedrooms, 3,250 square feet. I can say that can hold up to 12 people max. Also, our smallest room is just 750 square feet. But the best thing about our rooms is no matter what room you book, you do get that beachfront oasis. Our beds are kings. We can have twins, rollaways, and so forth available. And most especially, no matter what room you reserve here on property, you do have that pleasure of having a butler service available. Sure. In some cases, if it's a 1-bedroom suite and more, the first round of the private bar is exclusive to your clients. And then they also have the pleasure of having their own golf cart here on property. So there are a lot of amenities available, with the smallest room being 750 square feet, and then the largest room going up to 3,250.
Thank you, Jahnesha. One more question was if we have 2 and 3-star properties. The answer is yes, we do. We don't have them today, but I strongly recommend that you participate in the next 2 sessions, where we will have more luxury resort, but we will also have a nice maybe not 2-star. We don't have a star rating system in Anguilla, but I would say medium price, medium level properties, resorts, namely the most evident. I just want to mention because they are the next in the next session they will be presenting their properties, but they are 2 very popular properties among Italian tourists. And one is the Caraibi Beach Resort on Mids Bay, the same beach as Frangipani is staying. I see Moira smiling because her father is the general manager of the Caraibi. So it's really a family profession, really. And the other one is on Shoal Bay, the beautiful Shoal Bay beach, where we have Shoal Bay villas. I mentioned these 2 because they will participate, but I must and I will definitely remind with a few slides the next sessions that we do have many other luxury resorts and many other medium price resorts. We will make sure to have more sessions to introduce them all to you, because I think I can think of at least 10 or 15 very good, worthwhile resorts that are worthwhile and very suitable for the Italian market, both high price and medium price. I wouldn't go too much in the low price, but just as a note for travel agents. Actually, I learned from some of you, from some travel agents at TTG a month ago. Some of them, they were saying, well, I was desperately looking for rooms for Christmas, and there was no way. I found out on internet some private apartments, and they rented private apartments. So maybe I should mention that there are also private apartments in Anguilla that can be rented. We are not really very, how can I say, we cannot really respond of how good, how bad they are because they are private. We have no supervision, we have no really, but there are also these possibilities. So there is, Anguilla in the end is a luxury island. It is known, very well known as a luxury island, luxury destination, but I want to stress that there are properties and accommodation for really all pockets, and especially so during the summer when the prices are lower and the climate is marvelous and everything is beautiful as ever. And Roberto, do you want to say something?
Yes, sì, ho visto delle domande molto pertinenti in merito ai costi dei voli.
Ah, ok, giusto.
Allora, il voletto interno, quello famoso che dura 6-7 minuti, costa all'incirca $160-170 one way. Ok? Il volo su San Martin, siccome io sono più di 20 anni che vendo voli su San Martin, i voli su San Martin purtroppo sono molto rincarati e dipende dall'alta stagione. Oggi vanno circa dai 900 ai 1200-1300 euro in economy. Attenzione, dobbiamo sempre prevedere il costo del bagaglio in stiva, che sulle piattaforme non è incluso. Quindi se dovete vendere un biglietto, attenzione a aggiungere il bagaglio in stiva. Questo è importante sul volo Air France KLM. E questo si vede sul biglietto aereo se c'è o non c'è il pezzo di 23 kg programmato. Poi ci sono ovviamente, per restare nel high spender di Marcello, i voli in premium economy. Oggi hanno inserito la premium economy anche su KLM, che prima non esisteva, quindi Air France premium economy, KLM, oltre ovviamente alla business class, che però quella va come minimo dai 2.500 ai 3.500 a seconda del periodo. A Capodanno costa anche 4.500 euro a persona. Ecco, vi ho fatto un riepilogo, diciamo, conciso della situazione attuale dei voli.
Roberto, il tuo contributo è prezioso. Your contribution, Roberto, is precious. For our Anguilla colleagues, Roberto was explaining the several alternatives for flying into St. Martin with KLM and Air France, the several classes, economy, rates, and so on. I want to say something as a non-professional. I'm not the travel agents. I know nothing about many details. My experience, though, was that whenever I was looking for flights, I found out that if you put in, like in any, Expedia or whatever it is, or Booking, whatever, if you put in Anguilla as a destination, you find out that the price of the air ticket will come out 2, 3, 4 times higher, more expensive. So for some, I don't know why. And there are reasons, but they can't explain really. So I suggest that most of the time you better look for St. Martin as a destination, and then you find your way into Anguilla. But for some reason, I mean, probably because the direct flight, now it might be different because American Airlines is flying directly into Anguilla, so it will be different. But before, if you're trying to book the small aircraft, St. Martin to Anguilla, they are not in the system. So it makes life very complicated. You find out that the routing will be via Puerto Rico, Madrid, funny things. So usually the best suggestion is to look for either direct flight with American Airlines by Miami or Air France KLM to St. Martin. I think any other questions that is interesting and relevant? Ilaria is our regista here. Can you tell us?
Ci chiedono se ci sono delle strutture all inclusive.
Okay, this is a good question. It's a quite recurrent question. Do we have in Anguilla all-inclusive resorts or properties? I think the answer is no, but I will let you reply.
We do not officially have all-inclusive properties, no. but most properties will offer you. So at Altamer, for example, like during festive, we offer it with a chef for 3 meals a day. Now, of course, you don't have to eat 3 meals a day on property. Even when they have a chef, because Anguilla has so many good restaurants, we still always encourage them to go outside and, experience it. In my opinion, Anguilla is more than just the property you stay by. It is the people, it's the beaches, it's the food. So therefore, Altamer, in my opinion, we have the perfect home. And then afterwards, you go out and you experience and you enjoy. So in short, no, but you can have good meals on property and as many as you like.
Exactly what I was going to say. Perhaps, John, can you hear? Can you talk now? Or perhaps you're muted before. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, sorry, something happened, but yeah, correct. Part of the experience of Anguilla, the amazing experience is, we have 100 restaurants for a very, very, very small island. So whether it's the barbecue stand with chicken, ribs, and fish on the road, or maybe Jacala down the beach from me with more sophisticated French Caribbean dining. Part of travel, and certainly Anguilla is experiencing all these different restaurants and the culinary scene, and it can be very simple. I know many Italians like to eat quite simply grilled seafood, vegetables, and unlike many of Americans say who like to, dine more not sophisticated, but more complex culinary maybe, but here we have everything. So everyone can experience it and enjoy what Anguilla has to offer. And some of the best experiences are on the roadside barbecue stalls, right? Or at Bankies or anywhere, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, John. Yes. So just to recap, one of the next sessions, the title will be, today was not only beaches, one of the next sessions will be not only fine dining, and the next one will be not only honeymoon. So this brings me to the point, right? If you go to Altamer, you can have your private chef cooking for you from breakfast to dinner and whatever. If you go to Frangipani, they have this beautiful, great restaurant called Straw Hat, and I'm sure they can arrange for you the full meal plan. If you like, there's no problem. Actually, they will welcome you, because of course there will be a higher bill for you, right, for them. But as both were saying, you would really miss the real Anguilla experience. Eating out in Anguilla is part of the experience. The beautiful beaches are perfectly complemented for Italian tourists to perfect dining. And as John was saying, we have barbecue on the beach, we have fine restaurants, we have a whole variety. Imagine 100 restaurants, and in the 100 includes the barbecue shack, on the beach, and includes the 5-star restaurant somewhere on the island. But 100 places where you can eat going around in the island. So it would be really a pity to miss that experience. I think we can close it.
Last question.
Last question.
Anticipo un po' gli argomenti che si tratteranno prossimamente. Chiedono, i matrimoni sono riconosciuti in Italia?
This is a good question, a bit complicated, but good questions. And as I said, we are going to cover that in the next sessions, but we can already reply. We can reply briefly on how the weddings, because of course, Anguilla is not only honeymoon, but also weddings, and all the properties we have here today are well equipped to help you organize a wedding in Anguilla, which is very popular among Americans and more among Europeans as well. Whether the question was if the wedding is recognized once back in Italy, the answer is yes. We have a specific procedure to follow. In fact, Ilaria, do we have the name and address of the travel agent who asked it? We will reply in writing, because we have prepared already a leaflet in which we detail the process. Okay, so the wedding is certified by the government of Anguilla, so is absolutely 100% recognized in Anguilla, and you know very well, Anguilla is a British territory, okay? So fully recognized in Anguilla and in UK. And of course, then the next step is to go via the Italian Consulate General that is competent for the territory of Anguilla, and then everything will be fully recorded and recognized in Italy as well. Marcello, you wanted to say something?
Absolutely, yes, and also in St. Martin.
And also in St. Martin.
So I have already some experiences. It's very simple.
Yeah.
Maybe it takes time, but
you
can do it.
It's a bit of bureaucracy, but it's absolutely 100% recognized. We're closing here. Thank you very much. But before closing, can you give us the last slide with the next sessions again, just for a second? Just for a second. Okay, so here we say the next dates. Please don't miss the next sessions. First of all, because they will be full of much more information. On 1st of December, we plan to have, we will have one luxury resort, the semi-beach resort, and we will have a medium level. There will be the Caraibi, the Shore Bay villas on Shore Bay. And then we will talk about food again. And we plan to invite restaurant owners to talk about, or chefs, Anguillan chef. If possible, even an Italian chef. We have an Italian chef who's very good at Aurora, is it? Semi-beach, at semi-beach. So we will have an Italian chef to tell us about the restaurants, and we will have an Anguillan chef to tell us about the local cuisine. So it's going to be very interesting. And on 15 December, again, we will have, help me, Caraibi and Aurora, you know, two beautiful, very popular resorts. And then I also remember that for all those who are, and thank you very much again for participating, to all of you, we will prepare an official certificate of Anguilla Caribbean Specialist signed by us, by the tourist board. You will have a nice sticker to put on your travel agency windows, and your names will be listed in a dedicated page in our website, where everybody can find who are the Anguilla specialists. So whenever we have an opportunity, we will invite consumers to visit our website and visit our page where they can find the Anguilla specialists, where they can book their holidays in Anguilla. So thank you again very much to all of you, to travel agents for participating, to our partners for being with us. And one question, what's the temperature now in Anguilla? We can see it's a beautiful sunshine. Moira, what's the temperature now?
I think it's about maybe like 29 at the moment. It's not too hot, but it's, you know, definitely beautiful and tropical as always, kind of down here, for sure.
We are about 20 degrees less in Milan, so.
A little bit more chilly there, for sure, for sure.
Yeah. Thank you very much, everybody. Gina, thank you to you as well. Thank you, everybody. Grazie.
Bye.
Grazie per essere stati con noi.
Ciao.